Welcome, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. Chad, I hope you had a good week. And before we get into some housekeeping, cheers.
Cheers. Nerd. All right, for housekeeping, if you are a fan of this show, sorry, my seat was falling down. If you are a fan of the show and you want to become a premium subscriber, join us over at buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. It's a monthly subscription. You get behind the scenes, access to our pre-show warm-ups, which is just us having a drink and talking about other topics that pique our interest that just don't quite fall into our show's dichotomy. This week, I really enjoyed our conversation. It started out with love versus loyalty in animals, and then it kind of turned into what that means for like plant-based eating, and it was such a fun conversation. We've kind of been on a roll these past couple of weeks.
Yeah. Earthworms, love and loyalty. Love it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
same thing. Again, that is over at buymeacoffee.com/allthingsnerd. All right, let's get into our first topic.
Fuck. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just ate an ice cube. Hua. Hot tua and spit on that thing.
Oh, there you go.
Uh, we are going to talk about Dune Prophecy. It is 10,000 years. Oh, before we get into it, sorry. Spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it, check back in. That's enough time. But I watched it today, actually. It is 10,000 years before Paul Atreides is even born. Um, which is wild. But I thought it was pretty interesting. The cast is pretty good. Um, is it Travis Fimmel? You would know him as Ragnar from Vikings. He's in it.
Yes.
I
Plays
think he's one of the
Desmond
main
Hart.
characters. Huh?
He plays Desmond Hart. It seems like he's going to be very much a main character.
Do you think he's gonna be a good guy or a bad guy? Based on that,
I think that he is going to be the anarchist.
I think
He
I think
wants
he's
to
too
bring it all down.
yeah, I think he's too pretty to be a bad guy. Hey, man, whatever, dude. I don't give a shit. I'm married. I got a kid. I'm
Oh, he's a
I'm
good
I'm
looking
very
dude.
secure with myself that he's a very good looking man.
And you give him face scars?
Yeah.
Oh god, now I'm
Yeah.
questioning my
Yeah,
sexuality.
you're just
Like,
Jon Snow in this guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. No, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna. I don't think. It's hard because we know
Right
that.
now? Like right this second?
you, you motherfucker. Um,
Luckily we're not famous, so he'll never actually have to see this. But
yeah,
yeah.
but he might hear it. Um, yeah, it's he's playing a character that is. It seems like he's out to bring down the structure of the sisterhood of the truthsayers.
Mm.
But this is 10,000 years before Dune Part 1 and Part 2, which is already out, and we know that the truthsayers and the sisterhood still exists.
Who the fuck? Who's the other guy? There's like another guy, older guy. I'm dumb. I don't have it
Mark
pulled up. I have.
Strong?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
The
I was
the
like,
Emperor?
yeah. I have my trivia question up on my screen for you.
Are
So
you talking
I
about
don't
the
have the
emperor or the
yes, Mark
father
Strong. Mark Strong.
of?
Mark Strong.
Okay, sorry, Mark Strong. No, I'm
Said
just kidding.
I said it 4 times. Yeah.
Did.
Which is awesome for him. He's making a little bit of an I'm about to make a name for myself out here. He was in the Penguin, and now this. I think that's pretty cool. So,
And like the Kingsman films, and
well, I mean recently, nobody cares about those fucking
I
C-class
know you
movies,
don't
dude.
like those movies. I enjoyed them.
Yeah, because you're a child. Um,
But also we do get they talk about the war. This is basically if humanity wins against the Terminators, against Skynet.
it's basically the Matrix.
But if humans
Matrix
won,
Matrix 3, yeah. The war against machines and humans, yeah.
and then you add space travel,
And spice.
the spice.
Spice. Tom Brady is in it. He's not. I'm sorry.
But it is quite enjoyable. I mean, we do get uh not quite from a noble house, but we do get an Atreides,
Hmm.
an ancient ancestor of Paul, Timothy Shamalama.
Yeah. Or the captain. Whatever whatever one you watched. Don't dog head tilt me.
No, I didn't get that reference.
The captain from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah.
He
Okay.
originally played Paul
Yep.
Atreides.
Good
I'll
reference.
just go fuck myself.
Just a goof.
Whoa, wait, what? Did you just tell me to kill myself?
No. Um, but I mean, this cast is stacked.
Hmm?
Jodie May, uh, from I mean, like the Last of the Mohicans. She was the queen from The Witcher. Is in this. She plays Mark Strong, the Emperor's wife, so the
She
Empress.
plays Mark Strong.
I will fight you.
You lose. Puh.
I'm really intrigued to see where this goes.
Especially the way that it ended. Because you
Yeah.
really don't see Travis Fimmel for most of the episode.
He like
Uh,
pops in and out.
yeah, and then he just has a oh fuck moment at the end of it. Which is really interesting. I think one of the cool things about the let me finish what I was saying. Uh, ADD much? Uh,
Got a rhythm, you know?
what he does is he kills this kid, basically, without even touching him. But what is interesting about it is that one of the witches like dies the same way after the kid. So I don't know if they're like connected in some weird way or something like that. Um,
That's right. And what's sorry, can I hop
no,
in?
yeah, please, please
Okay. What's
interrupt me.
really interesting is that I didn't catch the sarcasm. I'm so sorry, but I'm
No,
gonna
you're good.
keep going anyways.
I'm fucking with you. Yeah, yeah. I don't care.
So
Let's kill myself.
Kasha, who is the truth sayer or the witch that you said dies in the same way as this child,
Yeah.
um, they weren't bonded. Like they weren't from the same like family,
Hmm.
the same house, or anything like that. Like Kasha was on the side of the Imperium, and the child that dies, um, I don't remember his name. Now I feel bad. Um,
He's the only child that dies in the episode. You'll be
I
right.
I know, but there's so many characters on the cast list that just say young.
Just keep talking. You're okay.
Um, but he is on the kid that dies is on the marriage proposal side
Hmm.
to the Imperium.
Hmm.
So it's not like they were bonded by any way. They keep using that word throughout the episode of like, oh, they're bonded together, they're bonded, which also was weird.
Maybe one of them was a werewolf and then just like had a crush on it since it was born or something like that. No, what I was gonna say is I think something that's really cool about this show is that I've only watched the first episode, obviously because nobody's watched more than one because there's only one out. Um, is that they're going a little more into the witches and like their backstory and like how they started because they're kind of a I didn't read the books so I maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but in the movies they're kind of a throwaway. They're just like there and they have this like high influence in politics in the show, and or not in the show but in the movies, and and I never really understood why. And it's kind of interesting to get a little bit of a insight to their backstory. And I feel like they're leaning heavy into that with this series, and I think that's really cool. Like,
I
why the fuck are these fucking weird ass fucking Jedis? Oh, I'm sorry, I meant witches.
yeah,
Um,
truthsayers.
why are they so
You just
influential? Did I say it
accentuated.
right?
You just emphasized an extra.
Hooked on phonics, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
it works,
it
right?
work had for me. Uh, I
How
never
the
took.
fuck are we not famous?
I was
How are
never
we
in
not
hooked on phonics.
famous?
I just want to say I was never in hooked on phonics. I just, I'm just stupid. But
Same. I was never hooked on phonics.
but anyways, I think it's really cool that they're giving us a little more story there, as where with the movies so far they've just been like, here's these witches and they're a big deal for some reason, but we're never gonna tell you why, you know. So this show has kind of given us some backstory to that, and I think that's really cool.
Well, yes and no, because towards the second half of Dune Part Two, they kind of talk about how the witches kind of like orchestrated this, and it's not actually like a prophecy.
They
They kind of like
Yeah, they talk about how they like made the whole thing up, and Paul Atreides is not, spoiler alert, is not actually a chosen one at
anything
all.
special. Yeah.
No, he's just a fucking guy. Um, but they don't talk about like
Why
the
or
who,
how?
what, when, where, and how. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they just it's a very short, yeah. So
Yeah. That's why I
I
said
like
yes and no. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I like this is they're giving us that backstory to those witches. I keep wanting to say,
Jedi.
uh, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I get
it's
that.
a good show. I think so far, or it has at least potential to be a really good show. If you're not watching it, check it out. We'll keep you updated. If it fucking falls short, we are not shy from saying a show sucks.
We
So,
will let you know and then stop talking about it.
but
But
right now, I am in. I am in.
I'm eager.
I'm
Yeah.
full beans.
Uh huh.
Don't you dare. Don't knock full beans. That's a great saying.
It's so not. Um, but you know, they're
Why don't you like full beans?
only because, and I feel terrible because he's still one of my best friends to this day.
Oh no.
Used to say
Your dad?
no,
No. Your mom?
more of it no. Um,
Uh,
no, one of my
sorry, mom.
yeah, absolutely. Still buy me my Christmas present. Um,
She doesn't listen to this.
I know we're
We
too
swear
we're
too much.
we're too far into the episode where she'll be like, "Oh my god, he talks shit about me." No. One of my closest friends, he lives out in Boston. I'm not going to say his name, and if he listens, he'll know who I'm talking about. But he used to say "cool beans"
Oh yeah.
for
My art
fucking
teacher.
for fucking everything, to the point where I introduced him to my old tattoo artist before I met Chris through you and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And when I would go back to my tattoo artist, he's like, "Oh, hey, I just tattooed Cool Beans." And I was like, "Who the fuck is Cool Beans?" He's like, your friend that says Cool Beans a lot. I can't remember his name. And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I know now."
That's what Chris says about you when I get tattooed. He's like, I just tattooed the guy who says um incredible. Incredible?
That's
Did
incredible.
that hurt your feelings? He
No,
doesn't actually say that.
I know, because also the last few times that you've got to see him, I've been there.
He whispers it in my ear.
Ah, like sweet nothings.
Hmm.
Anyways, Dune Prophecy is
Sorry, Chris. Uh,
it didn't mean to drag you into this one.
sorry you got brought into this.
I'm really enjoying the show. It's only been one episode. I'm intrigued
Mm.
but skeptical.
Ooh, I am intrigued and not skeptical at all. I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm stoked. It's the same,
I
something that we didn't say. It's the same director, and it's it's based on actual books that were written.
That's how books happen. You're
Yep.
right.
Uh, so I mean, there's actual lore behind this. It's not just like somebody trying to piggyback off of the success of the Dune movies. There is actual story here that they're telling, and it's from the same like director and producers that made um the movies. So I'm
Yeah.
here for it. And you can really tell too. I
Especially in
like
the cinematography.
I was gonna say like the first like couple minutes of the episode, I was like, "Ooh, the cinematography is great," and then I looked it up, and I was like, "Well, that makes sense."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's not like we have to wait 30 years to see a fourth fucking planet.
yeah,
Looking at you, George Lucas.
and it was really cool getting to see. I know they show Paul, uh, on the spice in Dune, but outside of that, you don't really see a lot of people on the spice. It was really cool to see like people using the spice as like an aphrodisiac
Yeah,
rather
like
than like a
recreational drug.
yeah, like ecstasy.
Because
Best
that's what
the
I.
best to see.
That's one
Just
thing
kidding. Never
that.
done it. Sorry, mom.
Of course, never. Yeah,
Yeah, never. Or
never.
Molly. Never did that either.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely not cocaine either.
nope,
Um,
never.
never put. Never even snorted snow. Um, wait. Uh, no. But what was like you were saying is, oh, I fucking lost my train of thought because we were talking about drugs so much.
Are you on drugs?
No. Well, whiskey.
Mm,
Mm.
oof it.
No, but one thing that I learned from looking, I remember what I was going for. Looking more into like the backstory of Dune, from watching the movies and us talking about it, is that the spice that they use for their interstellar travels,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's not like a fuel or anything. It's literally a drug that the pilots take. They basically just do speed so that they can calculate how to not crash into planets
Yeah.
as they're going light speed.
Yeah.
Which is
But
interesting because oh, sorry.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because this uh, Dune Prophecy starts with them talking about the war of humans versus intelligent machines, which would have been able to do those calculations for them, which is why now being able to do spice to where you can make those calculations yourself in a
Hmm.
split instance
Yeah.
makes sense as to why that would be the key to
What
intergalactic travel.
what the spice does is it makes your brain like move faster.
Mm-hmm.
It makes your brain work faster. So nothing is actually happening faster in real time, but your brain is working faster. It's meth. Um, but speaking
With
of meth, I mean
le-
spice.
less.
Um,
Nice. I see where you're going.
speaking of spice, we're gonna talk about our title sponsor, Crybaby Craig's hot sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on practically anything. Listen up, we'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today.
Okay, friends, it is time for Trivial Nerd Suit. This week's question is for Chad. It's provided by Mawa. Um, my name's Jake. If you
Not
would like to
Moana.
if you would like to submit a question or try to stump one of us, please reach out to us on our website over at www.allthingsnerdpod.com/trivia. Wait, slash my eyes are so bad. Slash
Trivial Nerd
trivial
Suit.
nerd suit. That makes sense. And use our contact form. Just say who the question is for. If it's for Chad, send it to me. If it's for me, say it's for Chad, whatever, blah blah blah.
It goes to
Um,
a third party either way, so we can't
we
cheat.
can't cheat. Yeah. Chad, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Sorry,
Oh, I should open the chat
I
so that I can see it.
fumbled that so hard.
It's
All right,
fine.
I didn't
You.
send it yet, so I'm gonna send it right now, and then I'll read it. Ready?
Yep.
Boom. What is the name of the female member of the Jedi High Council who is the same species as Yoda?
Yadel.
I told you were gonna get it.
That is a good question, though.
Yeah. I didn't know. I don't even know who the fuck that is, so.
The only live action, it's like a blink and you'll miss it thing from Phantom of the Menace. Or the Phantom Menace. Not Phantom of the Menace. That sounds
Well, it
like
looks
a.
like she's in. Oh, there's like non-live action.
Yeah, Tales of the
Yeah.
Jedi, I think. She shows up in.
Jesus.
And then some like the Legends and extended universe stuff as well.
Cool.
It
Damn
might
it.
it might be Yaddle, not Yadel, but yeah.
Yodelay, yodelay. Okay, cool. Well, you got it.
Hell yeah,
I th
let's get
I thought
into
that was
some
gonna be a
nerd news.
little. I thought that was gonna be a little harder.
I'm sorry, it was not.
It wasn't. I mean, I even said to you, I was like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get this
You
when
did.
when I was like writing it out. So all good.
But let's get into
Fun.
some nerd news.
Yeah.
Uh, Alan Tudyk, who up until earlier today, I thought his name was Turdick. Um,
Turducken.
he is going to continue voicing Clayface in the DCU, which is pretty sweet. He's voiced Clayface in the Harley Quinn animated series, and will Creature Commandos, we
I don't know
think,
if it's Creature
or if
Commandos,
it's
but
something else, but
yeah.
he will be in James Gunn's DCU, which is awesome. I love Alan Tudyk as,
Well,
especially as a voice actor. He's pretty rad.
there's also some rumors going around that he will portray Clayface in the live action James Gunn universe of, whatever, as Clayface.
That's
It's a rumor. It's a rumor.
well,
If it
maybe
happens,
in
then
like
we can.
flashbacks, or will he just kind of be like Mark
No idea.
Ruffalo with a cardboard backboard
No idea.
taped to his
No
back?
idea.
Either way, I'm here
I
for it.
just like to throw it out so that when and if it does happen, we can be like, we said it first.
We said it first. I did good.
I
We
did
did
good.
good. We did it.
Um,
I
we
did
got
it.
the live action. I mean, you can call it live action. It's the same thing as calling the Lion King live action live action. But we got the How to Train Your Dragon live action trailer.
This is
Um,
closer to like '93 Jurassic Park live action.
some of it, there is CGI involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is like practical effects, which is cool. Because
Yeah.
we talked about this a while ago, that we saw, like big ass like puppet dragons, like on the
Looks
set
so
for this,
good.
which it looks really good. But yeah, so we got a live action-ish. Obviously, dragons aren't real, and
They might have been.
maybe we'll have a conversation about it again. But it looks awesome, and I don't want to say this because we didn't put it in here in our show notes here, but I just want to clear this up for anybody because I've had this conversation unfortunately with some people that are close to me when The Little Mermaid did this. Um, they're not fucking real. It's a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
If you're upset by the skin tone of a character in a cartoon fucking movie about made up fucking people, you might be a racist
Who train fucking dragons
or mermaids that,
or mermaids?
you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
For getting broad on this
I
topic.
mean, just for this second, because we didn't put this in here, and I'm done after this. But you might want to check your racism, please, and check it at the fucking door if you come into my house, because I will lay you the fuck out.
Also, Nico Parker is a fucking phenomenal actor.
And she's 75% white. There is whatever.
I
That
was not expecting percentages, but just watch the movie
I didn't come up with the
Suncoast.
percentage. I didn't come up
I
with the
know that you
percentage.
didn't.
Yeah.
Um, but just watch the movie Suncoast. See how good of an actor she she actually is, because she has a very small role in
Last of Us.
The Last of Us, but fucking incredible
Yeah.
actor.
And
I'm here for it.
oh, totally here for it. And you can back this. I sort of want to say this for other people too, that first of all, if you disagree with us, like stop listening to our podcast. You can fuck off.
Please. Yeah.
Uh, but the word Viking means pirate. It's not a race of people. It's not like a blue-eyed, blonde-haired
You
people.
taught me this earlier today.
Yeah. The word Viking means pirate. Okay? And for your information, dumb fucks, there were black Vikings because they traded in the Caribbean and in Africa and all over the fucking world because they had boats
In
and
the
they
goddamn
left
Midwest, because all
they
the Great
left
Lakes connect.
they left their little island once in a while. You should think about maybe doing the same. Uh, anyways, there were black pirates, um, which were Vikings. So, anyways, if you're racist, just please
Stop.
leave.
Yeah,
Please let the door hit you in the ass on your way out of our podcast. Um,
absolutely.
if you have a problem with the casting, I just realize that you're a racist and stop listening to our podcast. That's it. I
Yeah.
digress. Sorry, I got heated. Sorry, I blew up.
No, I fully agree. I don't want to spend a lot of time on
Nope.
this
Move
because
on. Move
yeah.
on. I'm done. I said my piece.
So we talked about this for a couple of weeks now. James Gunn keeps I don't know, like titillating us like he does to his wife because he would rather kiss his brother. I'm assuming. But we're supposed to get a Superman trailer in December.
Mid-December, I
Rumor
think.
has it that it'll be with the Mufasa movie.
Oh, the other live action movie
Yeah.
with white people voicing African lions, and nobody has a problem with that.
I think Idris Elba's attached to that.
Oh,
Um,
that's good. That's good.
so
I did zero research on that. Sorry.
British, British people. I didn't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. So also we're getting the Skeleton
You can
Crew.
cut it. Oh yeah, Skeleton Crew. Basically, the Goonies in space.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
I think it looks good. Um,
I was apprehensive at first, and then we got a.
I love Jude Law.
I
I'm a
do,
sucker for Jude
I
Law.
do
Yeah.
too, but I was just apprehensive
How about
because
another Disney Star Wars project that's probably gonna fail?
yeah, because it seems very 50-50.
Yeah,
Um, and
that's what
then
they should call it.
50-50. Yeah,
Sink or sail.
sink or sail. But you convinced me because Jude Law's awesome.
Jude Law's awesome. It very much looks like the Goonies in space. I'm
It
here for
does.
that. I grew up on the Goonies and all of those like kid adventure movies. So I
Stand by
think it looks
Me, The
great.
Goonies. There's more, but yeah. There's the two that came to mind first. And one of them was because you said it.
And then also Secret Level coming out.
Yeah.
That's also December, correct?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
December 10th. Skeleton Crew is December 3rd. The following week is Secret Level.
Looks
Um,
interesting. Every episode is a different nerd genre. This is
yeah,
right
it's
up
like
our assholes. Alley. I meant alley. Uh,
I. Why do you just say that twice? Um, same thing, right? Uh, yeah. Uh, and this is on Amazon Prime,
yeah.
but
I
from
think the big thing that drew me to this was Mega Man. I saw the
yeah,
trailer for this. I sent it to you, and you were like, "Whoa, that looks awesome!" And then you, I think, educated me about it a little bit. But I grew up on Mega Man. I love Mega Man, and I saw that one of the episodes is about Mega Man. I've been saying this for years, whether it's on this podcast or not. I want a Mega Man movie, whether it's animated or live action. Live action would be preferable. I want this shit so fucking bad, and this is the closest I've gotten to it so far. Is
yeah,
one episode in a show.
they're kind of like short films
Yeah,
because they're each going to be about an hour, but we're getting an old school type of D&D. We're getting a Warhammer 40K, which is cool because we know that there's, I don't know what studio is tied to it, but we know that Henry Cavill is tied to it.
And surprise, we're gonna actually have him on this show to talk about Warhammer. I wish.
Yeah, that's the secret level. Uh, circle.
Give him a secret level.
You would. Uh,
You wouldn't?
I would.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
I don't either, but I would do it. Uh,
It's hot.
the show looks really interesting. It's from the people that did the Love, Death, and Robots on
Netflix?
Netflix,
No.
and it looks so good. It it is like next generation CGI
Mhm.
meets live action, which is cool. I'm stoked for it. I can't wait for it. It's got me pumped.
Mhm.
Want to know what else has me pumped?
You set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, I had to. Uh, the other thing that has me pumped is our other sponsor this week, which is Ray's Energy Drinks. They have 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 crash. So many
Zero
flavors.
customers. What?
Actually, no. Pay us. Uh, yep, listen up, learn how to save 15% and not help us out. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with 0 crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, and powered by their refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you. All right, friends.
All right, friends.
Now we're gonna talk about we were a bit late to the game on this, but we're gonna talk about Arcane on Netflix. It's a animated League of Legends influenced show.
Fix your camera, fucker. Trying to help you.
Oh, on my end it looks very focused.
Oh, it was very blurry over here. But
Oh, my
never
bad.
mind. Sorry.
I was like, what are you doing, my guy? But we're going to talk about Arcane, the first couple episodes of season 1. Spoiler alert. You've had plenty of time, just like Jake and I have, but we were just slow to get into it because neither of us played League of Legends.
Nope.
With that being said, it's been a while since I've done
Been
that.
a while. It's been a while.
I really like this show.
I only watched about an episode and a half of the first season. But I did really enjoy it. The cast is amazing. Haley Steinfeld and um
Ella
Part
Purnell.
Ella. I almost called her Bella. Ella Parnell. You would know her from um. God
Fallout.
damn it,
Fallout.
Fallout. Fuck, I said it first. Uh,
But
from
she
the light.
doesn't come in to until like episode
I haven't seen her
4.
yet. Yeah.
Um,
But she plays like I think the main character,
one of them,
but
yeah.
right now she's very young. And then you said there's a time jump later on, and then
Yeah.
Ella voices her later on. So
And what's really cool,
plus like two fucking just straight up baddies
oh,
as the main characters. Mm.
absolutely. And also, I I feel so bad because I don't know how to pronounce her name, but you know her voice from like The Expanse. It's very raspy. Uh,
I know who you're talking about.
Shorei
She was in
Agdashlu?
Star Trek. She was in Star Trek Beyond
Yeah, that too.
because she played in oh God, she was the captain in Star Trek Voyager. Like old school like Star Trek. And then that's why it was cool that she was in Star Trek Beyond, the third Star Trek with Chris Pine. She like cameoed as like a
That
different.
makes sense.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yes. Uh
I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm
I don't
so
either.
sorry.
Like
It's yeah,
Hispanic female.
Indian.
Um oh, is she really?
I thought she was.
That's cooler. I mean, I'm Indian, so that
Oh,
but yeah,
Iranian. Sorry, but
she
Middle
does.
Eastern.
Yeah, but she does have a very like raspy voice, which is it kind of does something for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Also, as I've been popping in and out of watching The Expanse, when it gets to the later seasons, when it's only on Prime and not on the Sci-Fi Network, and she gets vulgar,
Mm.
it does more. Uh, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, it really does. Plus, also for her age, she's very attractive. Um,
I don't. You don't even got to throw the for her age part in there. She's just
yeah,
very attractive.
she is
Yeah,
very attractive.
yeah.
But also, it's really cool about the show because we're talking about the cast. Is there are two, well, if you count Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy, there are 3 different Spider people on the voice cast. We have Josh Keaton and Yuri. How do you? I don't know. Lowenthal. Yuri Lowenthal, who voiced Peter Parker for
Oh, but
the video game as well. I'm so sorry, Yuri. I'm
no,
sure you're listening.
you're just funny. Oh man.
But the voice
Um.
cast in general is just stacked.
Yeah. We also got Detective Douche from Lucifer.
Yes,
I don't
Kev.
think you're a douche. That's just what Lucifer called you in Lucifer. Was
Yeah,
Detective
Kevin
Douche.
Alejandro,
Yeah.
who he voices Jace.
Yeah. Is Jace is the one with the fucking like pixie haircut?
No, that's
Oh, I haven't seen Jace yet. You told me that.
no.
Wait.
He does show up at towards the end of the first episode.
Oh, is he the guy who kind of like runs their little like ragtag?
No, he's the protege of like the upper people that
I
wants to
literally
like
just watched this
make
today.
wants to like bring magic into the science. He's like the prim
I
and
like
proper
the
dude.
variant. Is he the guy who kicked the door in and then it exploded?
It might be, but he survives, so he might be
Yeah, he
with that
didn't
group.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you're thinking of Vandor, or Vander. Uh, I don't know who voices him.
That's okay.
but also yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean,
That's okay.
Fred
I'm
Fred
into this big time.
Fred Taskier, he's a voice actor that's been in fucking everything. Is there?
I One of the things that I noticed about the show, or we noticed about the show, I think we brought it up before we were recording, is that I was like right away I was like, the animation's super weird, but it's actually very video game like, which is kind of cool when you put it in that perspective.
Yeah,
I haven't played the video game, so like somebody who has played the video
same.
game might be like, "You guys are dumbasses. It looks nothing like the video game." But
Well, it's kind of from screen grabs that I've seen for the video game is that it's more like WoW, like overhead
mhm.
animation, but I'm still kind of here for it because it reminds you that it's influenced
Mhm.
by a video game. Sorry for cutting you off.
Don't apologize. If you made me mad, I would have cut. I would have said something. You're good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Now I don't know what to believe.
Yeah. No, I really like this. I think I said it to you earlier. I think I watched both Dune and Arcane today. Uh I call it my homework.
Yeah,
But I liked Arcane more than I liked Dune. And I liked Dune quite a bit. So
yeah.
I don't know if that says something, then hopefully.
And I like 3 episodes ahead of you on
You're way
Arcane.
I thought you were didn't you finish season one?
No,
Oh, I thought you
I
did.
thought I was on episode 6, but I was only on episode 5, and then I
Hmm.
fell asleep shortly after
Oh yeah,
that
that'll
episode
happen.
ended.
That'll happen.
It will, especially with drugs. It's just weed. It's legal.
Yeah, not meth.
No, it was
That does the opposite.
what?
What?
You say something about meth?
I said, yeah, not meth. That does the opposite. Neither of us would know anything about that,
Yeah,
but
I've never gone for a 5 mile run and then remodeled my parents' bathroom without their knowledge.
yeah, I don't want to go into specifics here.
See, what's funny is my parents don't listen to this, so they'll never know that I just confessed to that.
Oh, my mom already knows.
No, I'm really excited about the show and to dive into it
Sorry,
because
mom.
they're all yeah, sorry, mom. Because the dichotomy and like split between Vi and Powder is already placed.
So here, I have a
That's the
question for you.
pink haired girl and the blue haired girl.
Yeah, I have a question for you. Uh, so the one girl, is it Powder, the blue-haired girl?
Yes,
So in the first episode,
becomes Ella.
the what?
Ella Purnell will
Yeah,
eventually
yeah, yeah.
voice her.
Will be. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Shh. When she is running from the guy that's trying to like rob her, she throws that backpack into the water. Does that ever come back into play? They never go back for it?
No, because she kept all of those
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
crystals in her pockets,
I know that.
and
But
that's where the real value was.
gotcha. Hmm. It's interesting. They just weren't that far offshore, so they're like, "Oh my God, you threw it in the water," and I was like, "Is it that deep? You guys can't come back for it?" Okay, but okay,
Nah.
whatever.
Also, I mean, this might be above Jake's head because it seems very D&D to me.
Hmm.
Is the city that they're in feels a lot like Sharn from Eberron with like the different layers throughout, and then the airships that you see. It's, I mean,
I can
I get it
I can
because
still connect to it though because I when I was watching that I immediately thought of Alita Battle Angel.
yeah,
I thought because when they get up on the roof and they're like when you can see it from this height, like it looks, like beautiful, but on the street level, it's like shitty. So like when they're up that high, and then the airship went by, and the one girl, I think was a girl. Yeah, the one girl was like, one day I'm gonna fly one of those, and then the dude with the pixie cut was like, one day I'm gonna shoot one of those down.
yeah, and
No,
that one is I think that was Milo who says
so
that, which is voiced by Yuri, who voiced Peter Parker in the Spider-Man video games.
yeah. So I can relate to it, not on the same level as you because of D&D, but I did think that very much reminded me of Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, to a different nerd project.
Hmm.
And I think that's a huge influence of League of Legends. I just have never played it. It seems,
You're the gamer here. I play video games, but just not like.
but it feels like it's influenced by like D&D, Magic the Gathering, and like so many other things where like mana is a huge part of it, where I I haven't gotten much into games where you have to track
I'm
those sorts of
sure
stats.
by next week I'll have watched like the entire first season, and I'll have way more input about this. Right now, I'm a episode and a half in,
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna
like,
finish it probably
yeah,
shortly after tomorrow. I am gonna go see Wicked tomorrow, and
yeah.
then,
I want to go see it so bad, but
well, if you
that's
care
one
to
that
find
Nick.
me, you just look to the western sky. Okay,
No, I'll kill you.
kill you dead.
My wife really wants to see that one, and if I watch that without her, I think she'd be really upset. So I gotta wait on that one.
Oh no, that's totally fine. I get why we're not
Yeah.
gonna see that one together. Anything else that you want to say about Arcane?
Nah, let's close it.
Okay, let's do it.
But before we close out this episode, we are gonna talk about our honorable mentions. Chad, what do you got?
Well, I have something that's kind of disappointing.
Mm,
Expected, but disappointing. I did watch Joker Folie à Deux.
how was it, Chad? Tell
Oh,
us.
super not okay. Uh,
Yeah.
and not like in a not okay, it's fucked up. Just not okay, as in it wasn't that good. Yeah, it should have been called Joker JK, the Lady Gaga show.
Yeah.
It was
I haven't watched it, but I
so
had
mid.
zero interest in it. After like all the reviews came out about it, I was like, which is a bummer because I mean,
Loved
Joaquin
Lady
Phoenix,
Gaga. Loved the first one.
yeah, he won an Oscar for the first one,
Yeah.
and then
This was a fucking cash grab
yeah,
at best.
yeah,
They know that they're not going to get Best Picture uh, for the second. So maybe, oh, let's throw it out there and maybe we can get like Best Original Song. No. Still wasn't good. Which is a
the,
bummer because I really enjoy Lady Gaga.
yeah. Also, an Oscar winner.
Yeah. Incredible
Two. How do you
vocalist.
have? How do you have two Oscar winners in a movie together and just fumble so fucking hard?
I don't know. Ask the Hangover Part 3 or
Part
Part
two.
2.
Oh, Todd. Oh, Todd. But yeah, You gotta give credit where it's due. Sorry, I leaned forward, so that might sound weird on the audio, but uh, he did make an Oscar-winning movie, but I just don't understand how you fumble it so hard on the follow-up. I don't get it.
And I mean, the
You don't have to make a Oscar-winning
this wasn't
movie for like a sequel, but like,
it wasn't his worst movie. I will give it that.
what was his worst movie? The Hangover 3.
Of what I've seen that comes to mind, yes. The Hangover 3. Um, it just wasn't.
For anybody who doesn't understand who Todd Phillips is, if you've seen okay, if you've seen Due Date with Robert Downey Jr. and
Oh, that's
um
top.
Zach Galifianakis, he's the drug dealer. He's the weed dealer that Galifianakis buys his weed from, and then Downey punches his kid in the stomach. The guy with the brown curly hair, that's Todd Phillips. He cameos in all of his movies. He was also in oh God, what's the
I
fucking
mean, I would say that this is better than Hangover Part 3,
what's the frat movie
War
with
Dogs,
Luke Wilson and
Road
Vince
Trip,
Vaughn?
Old School.
Old School. Yeah, he's the guy who like knocks on the door in the fucking tracksuit and he's like, I'm here for the gangbang.
Yeah, I mean, this
That's
was by
Todd
no
Phillips.
means his worst film. This was better than Starsky and Hutch, way better than Project X.
You shut your fucking whore mouth. Starsky and Hutch was awesome.
It was
Was Todd
nostalgic.
Phillips the I thought that was a Broken Lizard film.
No,
Because those guys are even in that movie. They're the campus security in a golf cart, and they're like, "Mother
I
of
think that
God."
they were producers, but
Ah,
I
I
think
thought that was a Broken
he
Lizard.
was the director.
Hmm. Anyways, enough about you, Todd.
Yeah, and then I also watched. I've been rewatching Brooklyn Nine Nine because I
Since the hotel,
yeah, since Twin Cities Con because had very limited access to
I,
streaming.
I was with you. We watched it on the last day.
Yeah,
We watched it together.
well, that's because we drank together for most of those days, and then on the last day we're like, we should sleep.
What?
So we threw that on, and then Superman and Lois.
Hmm.
I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
about you?
also watched Superman and Lois. Um, I think it's I bleh, 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 bleh. I don't know how many episodes is it going to be? Do we know?
I think there's two or three left.
That's it? Oh, that's lame. Because they
Hmm.
only like they just introduced Milton Fine. They've been alluding to it since the first episode of this season. Um, and they just introduced him. For those of you who don't know, Milton Fine is Brainiac. Um, the brain interactic in the construct. Um, who is the actual destroyer of Krypton. Um,
Brain interactive artificial construct.
yeah,
Is that the word that you stumbled over?
yep. I
Well,
stumbled over.
I'm
I
asking.
no, hold on. I slurred over. Correct yourself, please.
Okay. Credit where credit's due, I fucking guess. No, I was
uh,
asking
no,
if I had that
yes.
right.
The brain in the brain
Interactive
interactive construct. Brainiac.
artificial construct.
Artificial construct. Yeah,
Is
Brainiac.
that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Like I
Um,
said, I was asking, not trying to
I don't care.
correct.
You're fine. I'm a little drunk, and that's what this show's all about. Our show, not Superman and Lois.
Beha.
But I really enjoyed that episode, and I'm kind of bummed that they waited so long to break that out. Um, we'll see what happens if
I
there's
mean,
only that.
they got
I
canceled after season 3, and they're like, you can have a fourth.
I think you and I, and by I think I know, you and I had a conversation about this, what we think is going to happen for the finale. As we know from this episode, spoiler alert, Clark, because he has a human heart now, is losing his powers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, I know from the comics that Jonathan Kent becomes Superman. Uh, I think, or we think, that Jonathan Kent is going to go on as Superman. Clark is going to completely lose his powers, and Jordan, the whiny little bitch that he is probably going to die in a sacrifice play to save either his brother or his dad. Um,
Or
yeah,
he's going to give up the hero mantle
which he's already done this whole season, basically.
to be with uh, Sarah Ling.
Yeah, so that they can travel the world together. We'll see what happens. Hopefully
I
it's
th-
not that cheesy.
exactly. Like, I don't want Jordan's character to die.
I do.
Let me rephrase that. I do because I think it'd be a better storytelling aspect. It'd round out Jonathan Kent taking up the mantle. That's it. That's all
I
I
think
got to say about it.
it would just make more sense to if Clark loses his powers and Jordan dies. It really gives Jonathan that incentive to like step up.
To be the hero. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
I think that's the way to go. If I was
yeah.
writing the show, that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um my other sorry, we really talked about that for a minute.
No, that's good.
Um
I mean,
my other one we don't
we're
really have
still
to
going to be
talk
a
about.
short episode
Yeah.
regardless. So,
My other I've been watching House,
okay.
the doctor drama. I think it was on Fox back in the day.
FX,
Um
bro.
was it FX?
Probably. I mean, he was a drug
I mean
addict,
it's
so I
Fox
would assume
without the
so.
O, you know? Uh
Oh, Eminem, use that.
yeah. But I had I had seen some of that back in the day, like an episode here and there when there was nothing to watch, and I didn't have cable because I was fucking poor. Um,
Oh, I shouldn't have laughed at that part.
that's why it had to be Fox because it was on regular TV, not.
Mm, yeah.
Anyways, I've never actually watched it through and through, and Nicole has, and she's like, "You should really watch it," and I was like, "Okay." So I started. I'm on like season 4 already. Um, it's really fucking good. If you
Yeah.
haven't watched it, yeah.
I haven't. I've only seen
I
clips
I
here and
just
there.
I think I really relate to the main character, like Dr. House, because he's a cripple for one, and I'm a fucking crippled old man with arthritis and fucking other shit. Uh,
Broken heart.
but he's a fucking asshole, and I love it. And I'm like, oh,
You
this
relate to that
guy,
more.
he is basically he's the villain of the show, and you root for him every episode. And it's like, how are they doing this?
That's fair.
That's it. That's it. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest you do. It follows that curriculum of doctor TV shows where it's like, oh my God, this is the craziest fucking case we've ever had, and it can only be solved in the last 5 minutes of the episode. You know, It follows that curriculum, unfortunately. But it is really fun to watch. I really enjoy it. And
Oh my god, this is
I
the hardest thing to follow. Uh, cough.
I've
Oh my
watched
god, did you hear that? That was a B flat. He has this disease.
dude, and it's always every single episode. It's always it's a somebody says something that like just has nothing to do with the case, right?
It's
And then
Suits, but
House
in a
goes,
hospital.
but then House goes, oh my God, that's it.
Oh my god.
Oh
If you're
my
not watching
God.
this on YouTube, you missed the point of that.
Every fucking 4 seasons deep right now, bud. And every episode. That's what it is.
It's Suits, but in a hospital.
It's like, oh, this person just has a cold. Just give them some antibiotics and send them home. All of a sudden, dun dun dun. It's the craziest fucking thing that they've ever fucking experienced. And yeah, and then literally the last 5 minutes of every episode is do it again, Chad.
Oh
Boom.
my
Oh
god.
my God. And then they figure it out and save the person's life. And it's incredibly beige, but it is.
Not just beige, it's builder's beige.
But it is so fun to watch
It is
because he's an asshole.
HGTV generic.
And if you do that, you could marry somebody like Zoe Deschanel. Um,
Hey, you keep Ben Gibbard's name out of your fucking mouth.
no, the guy from HGTV that's married to her right now.
Oh, one of the Property Brothers. You're right. He's second best. You know,
Yeah.
both in the twin ship and in the Zoe Deschanel marriage rank.
Oh
I
man.
forgot about that. Oh my god, that was a good connection.
I'm fucking
Also,
dying right now, dude.
also just to point out, like obviously, the NFL season's going on. We're both from Minnesota, but I do want to give credit to where credit's due. Is we have like a playoff team going for the championship. It's the Minnesota Loons, Minnesota UFC, not United Football Club. That was right. Minnesota Black and Blue. By the time this episode airs, they will have already played the semifinals match, so we don't know how it goes. But gotta root for the Minnesota team. That's why I'm rocking the Loons hoodie.
I have two things to say before we go.
Yeah.
One being, um, speaking of the Minnesota Vikings or Minnesota teams, the Minnesota Vikings did a um celebration where they did the handshake from Parent Trap with
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan, and they killed it. And she was on Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon brought up the Minnesota Vikings, showed her the clip. She was like, "I actually already saw this. I think it's amazing." Blah blah blah. Number two is holy fucking shit. Lindsay Lohan looks so fucking good.
She bounced back
I
because
She bounced back so hard because
she was looking rough
I
for a while.
she is, I think, my age, maybe give or take a year.
Keep talking. I got you.
Give or take a year. And so everything that she's been in since I was a kid, I've been attracted to her. Um, and then she had a little whoopsie daisy with some stuff.
So,
And
heroin whoopsie daisy. You know,
yeah, she had a little whoopsie.
86. So
Yeah, I
she's
was 87, so she's
a
a
year
year
older.
older than me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we've always been like the same age. So when I saw her and everything growing up, I was always like, "Oh my God, she's so hot." And then she had her little issue, her
Druggy
little
whoopsie daisy.
yeah, she had her problem for a minute. But I have seen her recently on a couple talk shows now. I think was that Andy Cohen? Is that his name? The other guy with the gray hair. I whatever. Anyways, I've
No,
seen
Graham
her.
Norton.
No. The other one.
Oh, I thought Andy Cohen was the
He's
the
like
dude
the
from
Wal
Conan.
he's like the Walmart brand of. Anyways, whatever. I've seen her in a couple talk shows and
I
she
didn't know how to
looks
respond. I'm so sorry.
so good. She looks so good. I am so happy for her to have like bounced back like that. She looks fantastic. I'm attracted again.
Yeah, she does look great and put together. Also,
Yeah.
not just looking great and kind of like coked out. Like she looks like she has it together.
Yeah. She looks fantastic. I am 100% like I'm there. I'm there
Because
for it again.
they're doing a sequel to
Mean
Freaky
Girls.
Friday.
Freaky Friday, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
they already did like a reboot of Mean
No,
Girls, and
but
that's a
Lindsay
bummer.
Lohan and Tina Fey have been talking about doing an actual uh
It's projected to come out next year. It's called Freakier Friday.
no. I know that. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
But Lindsay Lohan and Tina Fey have been talking about making a Mean Girls actual sequel with like the original
actual,
cast and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
and not just
Not
a
yeah.
reboot
Yeah, because
musical.
they did a re yeah, the musical, yeah. Well, they did a Meaner Girls, which was like a different cast and blah blah blah. And then they did a Mean Girls reboot that was a musical. So there's like three Mean Girls out there now.
Ah, that doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, it's stupid. Um, but anyways, those are the only things I wanted to say is she looks fantastic. Um, good for you. I know you're listening and we'd love to have you on the show. So,
Call me.
yeah. Call
Also,
Chad. I'm
we
married.
we weren't talking about Hillary Duff, but also you can call me too. Uh, sorry.
That
Uh,
one's tough for me because
I yeah. Do you want to get into that right now?
nope.
Cool.
Nope. I'll get in trouble if my wife is listening to it. But
Well, as a refresher, if you like this show and you want to be a premium subscriber, go to buymeacoffee.com/slash all things nerd. Goodbye, Jake. It's a monthly subscription. You get behind the scenes. You get access to our pre-show warm-ups. This week, like we mentioned earlier, we talked about love versus loyalty in animals, and then it kind of diverted into what that means for plant-based diets, which was a really fun conversation. Also, if you go to allthingsnerdpod.com, if you like the look of our website and you want help with your digital marketing, reach out to Marty at Digicat Tech. He's in the process of rebranding his own, but as of right now, digicattech.com is how to find him. If you like tabletop RPGs, check out the Kobolds in the Basement podcast. That's a live play, actual play D&D podcast hosted by myself. It's pretty sweet. Other than that, we love you. Thank you so much. This has been the All Things Nerd podcast.